Fifth Dimension Radio Sports Special. Live tonight, high school basketball. The Lake Blue Streaks versus the Coventry Comets with veteran sportscaster Ron Whitmer and color analyst Eric Whitmer. Stay tuned for all the action right here on Fifth Dimension Radio Sports Special.
Good evening and welcome to Coventry High School for the Fifth Dimension Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by Jobs for Ohio's Graduates and The Stable. I'm Ron Whitmer, and I'm joined in the booth by color analyst Eric Whitmer for tonight's interleague battle between the Lake Blue Streaks and the host, Coventry Comets. Coach Tom McBride's Lake squad comes into tonight's game having lost 2 straight. The Blue Streaks are 4-5 overall and 1-2 in the Federal League. Meanwhile, it's been an up-and-down start for Coach Larry Taylor's Comets, who find themselves at 3-5 overall, but 3-2 in the Metro Athletic Conference. Coventry are losers of their last 3 games, most recently a thick 36 blow to the chin at Cuyahoga Falls. We'll talk to both coaches and set the table for tonight's matchup right after this message.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, jogworks.org, for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Ron Whitmer here courtside with Coach Tom McBride from the Lake Blue Streaks. Coach, you're 4-5, 1-2 going into tonight, so edging up into the midseason here. What you got a veteran team. Are you happy with where you're at? Where would you like to be at this point in the season?
Well, I really only have 2 starters back from a year ago. Zach Novak, though, did play a little bit as a sophomore for us when Chance Cassanizer got hurt. And then we're mixing in 3 sophomores and a freshman. We're mixing in 4 sophomores. 1 unfortunately got hurt. So I think we're kind of going through the Christmas blues right now, the last couple games, just trying to keep the focus there, being out of school, out of routine. I think that's really hard for young kids. But,
sure.
A couple tough opponents. Northwest, we were without Novak that night with the flu. They beat us by 8, and then over to Alliance the other night, I didn't think we played particularly well. So with our schedule coming up and tonight's game, we've got to show that we're turning the corner for sure.
Gotcha. Anything particular about Coventry that concerns you tonight?
Well, I know they're going to be well coached. They got a veteran coach in Larry Taylor, Coach Schaefer, who's been in the game for a long time. I've only got 1 game film on them. I don't think it was one of their best performances. It's always hard to show kids a game where the other team probably wasn't at their best. And you're playing in a confined gym, different atmosphere, the other team's home court, and I'm sure that they're going to be good and ready for us. We're a big game for them, and we've got to be ready for that challenge.
Who's scoring for you when you guys are at your best? Who should we look for to carry the load tonight?
Lucas Strader's really been shooting the 3 for us. He's a sophomore for us. The freshman Taden Koblenz, probably our leading scorer right now. He's had 3 games with over 20. Gavin Solswimmer, our senior, is really the workhorse for us. He's a true winner. He works hard inside, can shoot the outside 3. He's often on the inside, guarding the best defense or offensive player for the opponent. We get steady play out of Novak, and then we're just hoping to chip some in with other guys. We're really looking for Logan Miller, our 6'5 junior, to step up, and he's had games against Green that was spectacular, 8 blocks, 8 rebounds, and we just need that more consistent play out of him.
What should we look for to see from you defensively tonight?
Defensively, we want to get back to some of our traditional Lake pressing, I think. We want to see if we can get up the floor and be a little more 90 feet. We've been to this point pretty much in the half court, trying to really teach our emphasis and our skills. It's taken a lot longer with our younger kids to kind of get our technique. But today we're going to switch up the starting lineup, try to go with our 5 best defenders, and our key tonight is trying to play the best defensive game we've played of the year.
Gotcha. Holidays, a lot of bugs are going around now. Are you healthy going going into tonight?
I think we finally beat it. Like I said, going a week ago in the Northwest, I probably had 3 guys that fought through the flu. You could see it on their faces. Novak couldn't make it. He actually had to go into, stat care. He was up to about 104-degree fever. Coaching staff went through it, so it really has been a rough Christmas for us, but I think we're all kind of rebounding right now.
That's Lake coach Tom McBride. Coach, Happy New Year and good luck to you tonight.
Same to you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race, own a little, and love it a lot. Thestable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. Thestable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. Thestable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Ron Whitmer here, courtside with Coach Larry Taylor before tonight's game against the Lake. Coach, first-year coach here. You're approaching mid-season at this point. Have the kids bought into your system at this point? How are you feeling about it?
Well, I think so, Ron. I think, any time that you're trying to do an entire, makeover,
right,
or however you want to call it, I just call it rebuilding a little bit and adding to what was here. The biggest adjustment's probably on the higher-end kids. The seniors are still thinking, through things, but they're starting to understand there's just 2 parts of basketball that you just got to understand this thing. Number 1 is believe in yourself with confidence, and number 2, play hard. And if you don't have that, then the rest of it will come difficult for you. So it's been an easy transition to that. They play hard. They really do. The confidence part sometimes is missing, but it's been a great start.
So tonight's game against the Lake, what's the game look like tempo-wise if you're able to dictate things?
Well, I think Tommy's going to do what he's always done, and we're trying to, figure out how to tempo a game that fits us. And we haven't found ourselves yet as far as that goes. When we're getting pressed, our guys are a little bit out of control. We don't want to do that. And when we're not being pressed, they don't want to execute shots that we want to take. So all that's kind of in a transition mode right now. But in the end, what's going to happen is that our kids are going to come down to playing great defense. They've played great defense on the ball all year long. They've helped in the paint. I tell them about winning the battle of the paint. You win the battle in the paint, you're probably going to win the war. And lastly, you got to rebound. You got to do the little things.
Strength-wise on offense, who do you feel like you got to contain from Lake tonight?
Well, I think Lake's program is what you're up against. They can really dictate. They are 7-8 kids deep. They've been in that system for a long time. Way back in the Jackson days, Tommy was still running the same stuff he's doing now. So if you don't guard them all, they're all going to score. And I know that that's their goal. And what we have to be able to do is, once again, defend the ball, change defenses a little bit, and close out to the shooters, because they're really good shooters.
Okay. You're 3-2 in the Metro so far. Encouraging?
Yes. I don't think anybody expected that except maybe me and my wife and maybe whoever else. But
the wives usually know more than the rest of us, right?
But yeah, I think it was a restart, and I came in with that attitude that said, no, we're going to take care of these 3 seniors that we've got on this team. They've been great kids. They deserve to play. The problem was they've never got to play basketball at a level where it takes to be a varsity player. So they'll grow. The program will grow, and in the end, we're going to give it all we got and head for the new year.
That's Coach Larry Taylor from the Coventry Comets. Coach, thanks, and Happy New Year. Good luck to you tonight.
Ron, thank you, and have a great new year as well. Appreciate you.
Take care.
Hi, this is Ronnie Kemmer, owner of Cambria's Bistro. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Cambria's Bistro is a family-owned establishment that brings together the best of 2 worlds. the rich traditions of Italian cuisine, and the contemporary favorites of a pub and grill. Reservations are not required but recommended by calling 330-331-5282 or 330-331-5357. We offer a casual dining atmosphere that is great for a family dinner, date night, or a special celebration. We feature a wonderful wine list with selections from Sicily to Napa Valley. We also have a great bar menu with specialty cocktails, many beers, on-tap beers, ciders, and seltzers. Cambria's Bistro also features San Pellegrino sparkling water. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Come see us soon.
Back here at Coventry High School, Ron Whitmer with Eric Whitmer and the Fifth Dimension Radio Game of the Week. Eric, two veteran coaches going at it tonight. Both teams trying to find themselves here early in the season. Lake comes in at 4-5 overall. Coventry at 3-5. What are your initial thoughts after talking to both coaches?
Well, you just get a sense that both schools are dealing with, getting over some illnesses and just not being in the routine of being at school. But I think obviously Lake is built on a long tradition here, and Coventry's starting to start one here with veteran coach Larry Taylor. So it should be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, Coach Taylor, many in the listening audience will remember for his 20-plus years at Jackson at the Federal League school. Now he's moved over here to Coventry for his first go with the Comets, trying to build a program up that, frankly, has seen more downs than ups over the last couple of decades. But they seem to be off to a good start. They're 3-2 in their league already, and his coach commented to both of us, other than he and his wife, probably not a lot of other folks saw that happening. So they're looking. They know they're trying to schedule up a bit here, and then playing a Fed team tonight in Lake, who has aspirations to be towards the top of the league. So very curious to see what happens with the Comets tonight. Taking a quick look at expected starters for Lake. Number 2, a senior, Zach Novak. Number 3, a senior, Dominic Marakoki. Another senior, 21, Luke Fredmonsky. Keeping with the theme, senior Nicholas Geyer, number 23, and senior Gavin Salzimmer, number 45. That's not to say we won't see a lot of young guys off the bench for Lake, and probably see them earlier rather than later. Their leading scorer lately has been a freshman. We expect to see Tayden Koblenz off the bench early and often for the Blue Streaks tonight. And for Coventry, the first glance looks like size seems to be about balanced, although in the starting lineup, Coventry appears to be a little bit smaller. I'm trying to find my rosters here and see what we have size-wise. I noticed that Brandon Ram, the 6'4" junior for Coventry, showing some height. And at Lake's End, looks like Gavin Salzimmer along with Nicholas Geyer would be their big fella. So see how this one plays out. We've got a minute and 15 before the Star Spangled Banner and introductions. Got veteran coaching staffs at both ends, too. We see our old pal from Mogadore High School, recently retired Russ Jones, is sitting on Tom McBride's bench for Lake. And it looks like we're about to have our national anthem, so we will pause when they start with the playing of that. Actually, we got a cheer here, Eric, and I'm probably not making friends with the cheerleaders' parents, but we could talk over that a bit. In the pregame, it appeared to me neither coach wanted to come right out and say it, but it sounded as if Tom McBride would like to make this an up-tempo game, press a bit and try to get up and down the floor in transition. I think Coach Taylor sounded like that's what he expects as well.
Yeah, I think Lake's looking to shake off a few cobwebs here tonight and get out early and get up and play, like Coach said, to 90 feet and really get up and Coventry's business and see if they can handle that type of pressure, along with the depth to rotate in extra guys.
I'm very anxious to see how Zachary Novak looks tonight. He's been ill lately. This is his first game back in a while, and he's kind of a key central figure for the Blue Streak starters. And see if I'm fooled again or if we are actually about to hear the national anthem. Actually, for the first time in our 2 seasons, a season and a half of basketball here in Fifth Dimension Radio Land, we actually got started ahead of time tonight. So for those of you just tuning in now, expecting the start of the pregame show, we are very nearing tip-off. So had a freshman and JV game that led up to tonight's varsity matchup that both went by pretty quickly. So here we are, a little early tonight, and I don't think either one of us are going to argue with that. It sounds as if the public address announcer is about to announce the national anthem. As I said, we will pause for the playing and singing.
In respect for all who have served our country to defend the freedoms we enjoy, we ask everyone to stand, and gentlemen, to remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
So first point of business is an apology. So I believe that I said that the former Mogador head coach Russ Swartz was Russ Jones, also a friend of Eric and I's. But he'd be surprised to learn that he was coaching basketball at Lake. So my apologies to the Swartz family. Larry and Jen are here tonight, and they'll probably beat me up for that mistake. But good to see Coach Swartz back on the bench. And we are now awaiting the starting lineups for both teams. We've given you those, but we'll just check to see if there are any last-minute changes. As you heard in the pregame, if you were dialed in by then, both schools have had some illnesses, a lot of flu going around here during, I think, Eric, you probably had this over the years too, these games that happen during the Christmas holiday break, Christmas and New Year's. Often a lot of illness going around at that time of year.
Yeah, and I think it's a little tougher for the road team, honestly. They're already dealing with just not being in the routine of school, but to have to, during the holidays, pack up your gear and get on the bus and go somewhere across town, and especially in a smaller gym like this for Lake tonight, could be interesting.
So far for Lake, the 5 that we gave you will be the starters. And we'll check here for Coventry. Pretty nice crowd considering it is a holiday time, and oftentimes that's when people are out, in this case, returning gifts rather than buying them as of last week. Checking here the starting lineup for Coventry. Yeah, just as we gave them to you. So that's always good news. We got both starting lineups correct, and we'll be tipping this thing off our third week here in the current 25-26. And Eric, I'm going to have to remember that. It gets me all the time. Got to turn that calendar over next week.
Thanks for your support.
I will mention we're all getting to know each other really well again here at Coventry tonight. Just reminds us how good we've had it at places like Barberton, where we had all kinds of room to stretch out. But our host here of Coventry tonight have been most gracious in making sure we had everything we needed to bring you tonight's action. So jumping for Coventry appears to be, is that Brandon Ram? It is. Brandon Ram will jump it up against Luke Fredmonsky for Lake. And a rather strange-looking tip here with everybody at one end of the court. Tip controlled by Lake. In the back court, Zach Novak. He'll bring it ahead. He gets it to the near side to Nick Geyer. Back to Novak inside, 45 up and good. That basket's by Gavin Salzinger, and we are started here at Coventry High School.
Lake jumps out in the full court press, already creating a turnover here.
Turnover gives that ball back to Lake, and bringing it ahead is Novak. Novak gets it to Fredmonsky, to Geyer. Geyer down low to Salzimmer. Salzimmer will bring it back out top to Novak. To the near side to Geyer. Inside to Novak. Baseline spin between his legs, maintains his dribble, goes baseline, dishes it off, up and in and out for Fredmonsky. Ball's loose, tied up on the floor. We got a call, and we got a kick ball. That means Lake will hold on to it. Looks like maybe number 10, who is Jaden Johnson for Coventry, got his foot on the ball. Lake will trigger it in on their end underneath the basket. Dominic Marikoki. He gets it out top. Ball to Geyer. Geyer on the right-hand dribble. Cross court to Novak. Novak working on the far side. I'm sorry, that was Marikoki. Back to the near side to Marikoki. Looks like he wanted a three-pointer. Drives into the lane. Kicks it out to Geyer, whose shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by Brandon Ram for Coventry. They'll bring it across the timeline with pressure. And again, ball taken away. And looks like we got a foul here. Fouls on number 1, Aaron Carter for Coventry. His team, or his first team first.
Lake applying excellent ball pressure all over the court. Coventry needs to stay awake on this defensive side here, not got picked off on the back side.
Marikoki out top. He gets it to Geyer. Geyer to Novak, drives the lane, dishes inside, and shot is no good by Fredmonsky, taken down by Jaden Johnson for the Comets. In the backcourt, Johnson will bring it ahead on the dribble. He's hounded out top. He'll hand off to his teammate, and an over and back is called as C.J. Ross was unable to get to the ball before it got to the backcourt, and his foot crossed over that midcourt line, and yet another early turnover for the Comets, giving the ball back to the Blue Streaks. Salzman will toss it in to Novak. Novak crossed the timeline to the top of the key. Novak on the far side now. Looks inside. Salzimmer shot up good. Gavin Salzimmer with his second bucket, and Lake leads 4-0, and they've stolen it again in the backcourt. Salzimmer has it. Fake shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down nicely by Brandon Ram. He'll dribble ahead, and we've got a foul in front of the scores table. The foul's going to go against Gavin Salzheimer, his first, team's first. So
Coventry struggling a little bit with the screens away from the ball right now, and Lake's been able to get a couple easy baskets.
Boy, Jaden Johnson just got away with a big shove to get the inbounds pass. He'll spin dribble, top of the key. Hands it off to C.J. Ross into the lane. Shot no good, but we got 2 shots coming up for Ross. Foul looks like going against Fredmonsky, his first and team second. That'll put C.J. Ross to the line for 2. First one up and no good. We'll try to split the pair. Lake leading early, 4-0, 5:42 remaining first quarter from Coventry.
Be interesting to see what adjustments Coventry might make to handle this pressure here. Ball handling is struggling.
Second shot also off the arm, but rebounded by Coventry's number 30, who is Cody Basinger. He tried to get a shot up. It was tipped initially by Lake, but apparently Basinger got a hand back on it, giving the ball back to Lake in the backcourt. Salzimmer gets it ahead to Novak. He'll bring it ahead across the timeline to Salzimmer to Geyer. Geyer on the near side. Cross court to Novak. Novak in the corner to Salzimmer. He'll get it back out top to Novak. Novak to Geyer. In the near side to Fredmonsky to Geyer. Lake moving the ball around the perimeter. Backing off now. Basinger high up top. He's being hounded. An off ball. We got a foul. Looks like it's going to go against Aaron Carter. And that's his second foul, team second. So 2 early ones for Carter, and he'll be replaced at the next dead ball. Inbound for Lake. Dished inside to Novak in the paint. He looks for help and has the ball stolen away nicely. Carter to the other end, running layup, good.
2 points.
Aaron Carter with his first bucket, and it's a 4-2 game. Novak into the lane for Lake. Nice dish off the Geyer, and his pass is stolen away by Ram. We're going to have a foul on Lake. Foul on Lake is against Gavin Salzimmer, his second and the team's third. So Salzimmer will take a seat. He's replaced by Logan Miller. And for Coventry into the game is number 23. That's Christian Coteet. So Coteet takes the place of Carter. Inbounds to Jaden Johnson. Spin dribble up top, tries to get it inside. Ball batted away by Miller. Miller gets it to Novak. Novak drives the lane, dishes outside to Koblenz for 3. Tayden Koblenz, the freshman, just off the bench, hits his first shot, and it's 7-2. Lake up early. Stolen by Koblenz. Coming ahead with the loose ball now is Novak for Lake. Into the lane. He dishes again into the corner, but Koblenz can't handle it, giving the ball back to the Comets. Off the Lake bench is Lucas Dreher, another sharpshooter from outside. Checking in for Coventry, David Garanich. He'll replace Jaden Johnson.
Coventry's going to need to be physical with their ball handling here because Lake is physical with their defense. A little bit of hand checking, some body contact.
C.J. Ross, trouble in the corner, stolen away. Novak for Lake, good on the layup. And we're going to have a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll take this 30-second break and be right back.
Summit County. Ready to score big in your career? Check out AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. It's mobile friendly, easy to use, and full of opportunities to connect with local employers. Whether you're looking to get hired or hire talent, JOG makes it simple. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit AkronWorks.com today and take your career to the end zone.
Back here at Coventry High School, where the Lake Blue Streaks lead the Coventry Comets 9-2 here at the midway point in the first quarter. And Eric, definitely Coventry having some issues with the pressure from Lake.
Yeah, even more so in the half court than in the full court right now. Be interesting to see what kind of adjustment they try to make here. Sometimes you give a high ball screen for your ball handler, or you spread out the defense and try to get past that initial pressure.
Coteet will inbound. He gets it into Garanich in the backcourt, back to Coteet. Coteet for Coventry. Ahead. Nice spin dribble into the lane, but the shot is blocked from C.J. Ross by Novak. He kicks it ahead. Running layup no good by Lucas Dreher. And rebound pulled down by Coventry's Cody Basinger in the backcourt. It's Garanich. He'll come ahead, gets a screen into the lane. Running layup is blocked. Garanich caught the ball as he was standing out of bounds. That'll give the ball back to the Blue Streaks. And Larry Taylor is going back with Aaron Carter and Jaden Johnson off of his bench. They'll replace Coteet and Garanich.
6 early turnovers already for the Comets. Going to have to try to find ways to clean that up.
They trail by 7, 3:30 remaining first quarter.
Coventry goes zone here.
Novak out top. Looks like a 1-2-2 out of the Comets. Cross-court pass for Koblenz, saved in. Back to Novak to Koblenz. Into the corner for the three-pointer, and he hits it, is Dominic Marikoki. Ahead for Coventry, ball batted out of bounds by Koblenz. Coventry will have the ball to inbound in front of the Lake bench. They trail by 10, 3:06 remaining first quarter. Ball inbounded to Basinger. It's loose and tied up on the floor. Pretty quick whistle that time, I thought, Eric.
Very quick.
But that possession will go to the Comets. So they'll inbound on the baseline. Triggering it will be C.J. Ross, the junior. Ross calls the play, gets it in the corner to Carter. Carter out top to Johnson. Baseline three-pointer up and good by C.J. Ross, and the Comets needed that one. Lake quickly to the other end. Jump shot from deep is Lucas Dreher. Another
nice steal in the back.
Steal on the inbound and layup for Logan Miller, and this is getting out of hand for the Blue Streaks. They've got Coventry trapped in the corner, and a steal by Koblenz out of the lob pass, and what do we have? Looks like a foul on Coventry, and boy, they're a little shaken, Eric.
Coventry's getting themselves in some bad spots against the pressure. Want to try to keep that ball out of the corner and in the middle of the floor as much as possible, but Lake's doing a nice job of forcing it to the sideline. So
Basinger picks up the foul for Coventry. Lake, they're going to inbound this on the baseline. It'll be Lucas Dreher. He'll inbound to Zach Novak. Back to Dreher out of the corner for three. Lucas Dreher with his second three, give him 6 and give the Blue Streaks a 16-point lead. In the backcourt, Jaden Johnson for Coventry across the timeline. He gets it in the corner for a three-pointer. That is good for C.J. Ross. Ahead for Lake. Koblenz kicks it into the corner to number 22, who is checked in. That's Mason Fritz. Fritz's shot is no good, goes out of bounds, and with that we have checking in Cohen Koblenz for Lake.
Both teams taking advantage of some open looks at the three-point line.
And Ram back in for Coventry. Shot's no good, rebounded by Coventry's Coteet. He'll drive along the sideline, gets it to Ram at the top of the key. Very sticky man-to-man by Lake, results in another turnover. Here comes the running layup, but blocked. Logan Miller thought he was alone, but Ram came from behind with a nice block shot, and Coventry brings it to the other end. Coteet into the lane, and he has the ball tied up for a jump ball. Alternating possession will go to Lake. And it's just been a blitz here in the last 2 minutes, Eric. The only thing saving the Comets so far has been C.J. Ross from the corner on his three. They trail by 13, 20-7, 1:26 remaining in the first quarter. Bringing the ball ahead is Cohen Koblenz, top of the key. Cross court to Dreher, back to Koblenz, back to Dreher. He'll hoist from three, this time no good. Rebounded by Mason Fritz. He gets it in the corner to Koblenz. Koblenz to Koblenz, to Dreher on the far side, and he nails another three. Lucas Dreher with his third three, give him 9, give Lake a 23-7 lead. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter, and we've got a foul. Looks like it's going to go against Lucas Dreher. It does. his first, team's fourth, so it'll be a common foul, and it'll be, well, did I miss one, Eric? What are they?
Not sure what they got.
It's a common foul. They're gathering around the free throw line, but it's still a common foul, so it'll be inbounded in front of the Lake bench, and C.J. Ross will trigger it in for the Comets.
Not sure how long Coventry's going to be able to stay in this zone. Lake has a lot of shooters out there.
They sure do. So just to clarify the two Koblentzes, they are cousins, Taden and Cohen. Inbound, Coteet has the ball in the corner for Coventry. Picks up his dribble, skip pass to C.J. Ross. Ross drives into the lane, pulls up. His shot no good. Rebound by Ram, up and no good, but tipped out by Lake. Looks like it went off the hands of Logan Miller, so Comets will retain possession underneath their own basket, trailing by 16 here late in the first quarter. Inbound pass comes to Ram. Ram around the perimeter to the top of the key, dishes it into the corner, back to Ram at the top. Cross court to Johnson. Johnson back to Ram. He'll hoist the three. His is short and out of bounds, giving the ball back to Lake with 26.2 remaining here in the first quarter. Lake leads 23-7. Ahead on the dribble, Koblenz. Koblenz on the near side to Dreher. Back to Koblenz to the far side. Taden Koblenz inside to Miller. He fakes, goes up for the shot, and gets hacked on his way up. Looks like the foul. It's going to go on Christian Coteet. That's the senior's first foul and the fourth team foul on the Comets. Ready to check in for the Comets is number 14. I'm going to have to check to see who that is. Miller's first shot is up and no good. So, Eric, you got your roster there in front of you for Coventry. See if you have a 14. Second shot by Miller is good.
Alex Barker.
So Alex Barker off the bench for Coventry. 5.2 seconds. Coventry in the forecourt. Shot up and blocked out of bounds with 0.6 seconds to go. The shot attempt was from Cody Basinger. So Coventry's going to have to, they're going to bring the big guy back for this, Brandon Ram. They're going to have to throw some type of lob here to get a shot off with 0.6 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Here comes Ram, but they can't get it to him. They throw it out top, but that's going to be not off in time. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Our score, Lake 24, Coventry 7. We'll be back after this from Edward Jones.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
So, Eric, I'm adding up scores here from the first quarter, and I'm going to guess that one of those corner threes for C.J. Ross from Coventry was ruled a 2. Therefore, we have 7 instead of 8 points on the board for Coventry.
Okay. It's interesting to watch both coaches here. Regardless of what the scoreboard is saying, both coaches are doing an excellent job of trying to coach their players and work on the execution both offensively and defensively. Lake staff is really focusing on the ball pressure side of things, and I think Coach Taylor down here is addressing his kids on keeping their confidence level up and playing as hard as they can at both ends of the floor.
I think Coach Larry Taylor certainly expected pressure defense from the Blue Streaks. I'm not sure if his young team expected the kind of pressure that they're seeing, and as you said, they're going to have to make something happen here pretty quick. Otherwise, this game could clearly get away from them. So it'll be Coventry's possession on the far side. Coteet triggered in. And he's got Nicholas Geyer right in his face. He gets it into Jaden Johnson, who's double-teamed right away, but did get a bit of a push from behind. So it'll be a Lake foul.
Lake, number 3.
Foul is charged to Dominic Maricoki, his first and the team's first here in the second quarter.
When you play this type of pressure, you're willing to give up a foul here and there by keeping the pressure tight.
Here comes Coventry ahead with the inbound. It's Coteet to the top of the key to the foul line. Gets it in the corner to Ross, to Johnson. Johnson will back off now on the dribble. And his pass is taken away by Geyer. Geyer with the dribble, kicked out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Blue Streaks underneath their own basket. Coteet caught up with him and was able to knock the ball out of bounds. So inbounding is Maricoki for Lake. They're in a 1-4 set, and wide open is Geyer, but the pass is battered out of his hands. Loose ball picked up by Coteet for the Comets ahead to Ram. Ram near the timeline. He'll bring it across against Saul Zimmer, and we're going to get a timeout as we had trouble getting the ball to a teammate. We'll take this quick timeout, 30-second, here in the second quarter, and be right back.
Hey, students and job seekers, your next big career play starts here. AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. Find local jobs, connect with employers, and get hired fast. It's easy, mobile-friendly, and full of opportunity. Step up, get in the game, and visit AkronWorks.com today because your career deserves a winning drive.
So back here at Coventry High School, just underway here in the second quarter. Encourage you to stick with us at halftime. Eric and I will be taking a look at some of the movement in some of the local Akron area leagues, both real and anticipated. So should be an interesting conversation. C.J. Rossell inbound in front of the Coventry bench. Gets a pat from Coach Taylor, and he gets it inbounds to Coteet, the senior, and brings it ahead across the timeline. He kicks it off to Ram. Ram to the basket, up and around the rim and off. Rebound batted out of bounds. Looks like it may have went off the hands of Novak, giving the ball back to Coventry. So Ram had an opportunity, got a little bit anxious there on the release of his shot, but Coventry did get to the basket. Coteet gets the inbound, gets it to Ross. Ross being doubled, gets it back to Coteet. He'll get into the lane, looked like he traveled. Instead, he's going to pick up a nice foul call. Foul is going to be charged to Nicholas Geyer. Geyer's first, team's second, and ready to check in for Coventry is Mason DeMeff. Free throw for Coteet, up and in.
If you're Coventry right now, you got to be careful when you put the ball on the floor. Also, don't put it on the floor too soon because you want to see where that defense is coming from. Lake is constantly forcing sideline and looking to jump and trap.
Second shot by Coteet off the back of the iron and falls in. 24-9 is our score.
Coventry still in the zone down here.
Solzimmer up top to Geyer. Back to Solzimmer. Way out high. Ball goes into the corner to Koblenz, who passes it. Shot blocked from Fred Monsky by Ram, and we've got a foul. Coach Taylor does not agree with it. Foul is going to go against Coteet. Well, now I'm confused, Eric. Was the foul on Lake's 23, which would be Geyer? So I'm not sure.
Foul was definitely on Lake. I'm not sure what
Larry Taylor's complaint with the referee was, but it did earn him a warning. And the pass from Johnson intended for Coteet goes out of bounds at the far side, and it gives the ball back to Lake. Checking in is David Garanich for Coventry. And for Lake, Lucas Dreyer, who leads all scorers with 9, is back in. And we have another whistle. What do we have? Referee on the baseline gave.
Not sure they buzzed in the substitution there.
Okay. At any rate, Taden Koblenz also back in for Lake. Ahead is Novak. Novak, the senior, to the freshman Koblenz. Back to the top of the key. Koblenz pulls up at the free throw line for a two-pointer. Taden Koblenz has 5, and Lake has a 26-9 lead. In the backcourt, it's Coteet across the center line. Gets it in the corner to Ram. Ram picks up his dribble. Passes out top. He gets it to Garnich. Garnich dishes inside. The pass for Basinger as he goes up for the shot. He's fouled. That's Taden Koblenz with the personal, his first, team's third. But Basinger was in the act of shooting. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Christian Coteet did a very nice job handling the ball up front that time and used a lot of strength in the ball handling, and might see a little bit more of him up top.
Cody Basinger's first effort from the line is no good. The junior will now sight and shoot the second one off the back of the iron, bounces around, rebound taken down by Taden Koblenz for Lake. He gets it to Novak. Novak working out top to the foul line, kicks it in the corner to Dreher. This time no good. Rebound Basinger for Coventry. Basinger in the backcourt to Garnich. Garnich working one-on-one, brings it across, and he got fouled. Foul is against Dominic Marakoki, his second, and the team's fourth.
Not a foul you like to see right there.
No.
Next one, actually that's the 15th foul, and they're going to the line here.
Okay. I just had it as the fourth, but as we always tell you, what I have is totally unofficial. So at the line, Garnich for Coventry. He hits his first one, and Mackay Woolridge will check in, giving Cody Basinger a race for the Comets. A rest. Second shot is no good and taken down by Novak for Lake. He gets it ahead to Miller. Miller in the corner to Koblenz. Koblenz back to Miller, out top to Novak. Far side to Dreher, off the dribble to Taden Koblenz. He'll fire from deep, and he nails it. Taden Koblenz with his 8th point of the night, and it's a 29-10 lead. And on the far side, Christian Coteet landed his foot on the sideline, giving the ball back to Lake. And with that, we're going to have wholesale changes for Coventry. Checking in are Aaron Carter, Basinger, Jaden Johnson back, and missing one. Looks like C.J. Ross back for Coventry.
Comets are going to have to get out on Koblenz. You can't give him an inch.
Yeah, he was a good probably 23 feet from the basket on the last one. Koblenz has the ball, gets it in the corner to Miller for Lake, to Novak. He'll call out the play. He's going to reload. Dribble, fake handoff to Miller. Now passes to Miller, top of the key to Koblenz. Koblenz to Dreher, back to Koblenz. Koblenz to the line, to the lane, running hook shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Fred Monsky, and we've got a jump ball call inside. Possession appears to be staying with Lake. 4:54 remaining in the half. Lake leads 29-10. Dreher inbounding to Miller. Miller out top to Novak. Novak looks to drive into the lane. His layup up, in and out, but a foul on the power move that time by Novak. The foul is on Basinger.
Novak showing good strength there, taking that ball to the rim like that and taking the contact and almost got it to go down.
First team foul, but active shooting. Ooh, and I think Zachary Novak, the senior, let that one go a little earlier than he meant. Drew nothing, but he's got another shot. Back in is Woolridge for Coventry. Basinger will take a seat. Those are the shots, Eric, that you're hoping everybody looked away at that particular moment, because it doesn't happen to a guy like Novak very often. Still short on the second one, but does draw a rim. Rebound by Lake, though, and a tip into the backcourt means Lake was able to pick it up. Dreher has it top of the key behind the back dribble. Kicks it to the near side to Novak, to Taden Koblenz. Far side to Miller. He'll drive baseline. Spin, dishes inside to Novak, and he's going to reset. Novak looking to drive at the foul line. Kicks it in the corner, or the sideline, to Dreher. His jump shot from 12 is good. Lucas Dreher has 11, and Lake has a 21-point lead at 31-10 halfway through the second quarter.
Lake's gone 3-2 zone here, I think probably in response to the early 5 team fouls.
And they almost get a steal, but Jaden Johnson picks up the loose ball for Coventry, gets it in the corner to Ross, inside to Woolridge, and just as Lake thought they had a steal, instead the personal foul is going to go to Miller. They're going to give it to Fred Monsky. Looked like it was on Miller, but we'll give the second one to Fred Monsky, and that'll put Makai Woolridge to the line, shooting 2 for the Comets. Woolridge, first shot up off the front of the iron, no good. And we stay at 31-10.
When you're struggling to get good offensive looks, the free throws become even more important when you do get to the line.
Coteet will check back in for Coventry. He'll replace Aaron Carter. And Lake looking to substitute as well. They're going to wait until the next dead ball, looks like. Some discussion down below. Yep, they are going to check in now. So Saul Zimmer coming in, as well as Mason Fritz. Taking a seat are Novak and Luke Fredmonsky. Woolridge's second free throw is up and off the back of the iron, no good. Ahead is Koblenz for Lake. He'll run the show out top now with Novak on the bench. Koblenz gets it to Saul Zimmer. Saul Zimmer looked at a possible three instead and gets it to Mason Fritz. Fritz across to Miller. Miller up top to Dreher. He'll drive the lane, running layup around the rim, no good, but nice follow by the junior Logan Miller. He's got 5, and Lake has a 33-10 lead here, 3:19 remaining in the first half. Jaden Johnson for Coventry into the corner to Ram to Woolridge. He'll go into the lane and shuffle the big ones, giving the ball back to Lake. Woolridge is a big fella, and he can move some people around. He just forgot to get both feet where they needed to be that time. Koblenz, top of the key. Now off to the far side. Dreher, top of the key to Miller. Back to Dreher. He'll hoist from deep and rattle it home. Lucas Dreher with his 4th three. He's got 14 on the night.
Lake shooting the ball extremely well from beyond 3.
And Coventry struggling to get out on the shooters. Coteet for Coventry. Gets it in the corner to Ross. Ross to Coteet. He'll fire from deep, and it's off and out of bounds. Ball goes back to Lake.
Challenge now for Coventry is just to keep playing hard and make Lake earn everything they get.
Koblenz will bring it ahead for the Blue Streaks. He'll drive. Running layup, up, no good. Rebound followed by Miller, no good to Koblenz. He'll kick it out top to Dreher for another deep one. This one no good. Pulled down by C.J. Ross for the Comets, and they'll bring it ahead with 2:10 to play in the first half. Jaden Johnson against that 3-2 zone, lobs into the corner to Ross. Back out to Johnson to Coteet on the near side. He got away with travel. Gets it to Woolridge. Back to Coteet. Looking, pulls up jumper from about 18, and it's good.
Tough shot, but he got it to go.
Nice looking shot that time by Christian Coteet. Coventry's 12th points. Miller on the near side. Gets it in the corner to Fritz. Fritz back to Miller, top of the key. He'll drive the lane, spins. Nice drop step, but no good. Rebound C.J. Ross for Coventry. Coming ahead is Coteet. He's running the point. Bounces in the corner to Ross, and Salzimmer's out on him quickly. He knows he can definitely nail that shot. So running through to the far corner now is Ross. Coteet with the ball on the near side. The dribble, pulls up at the elbow, gets it to Ross, and he'll fire. His shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Taden Koblenz. Koblenz, nice move. Switches to the left-hand layup is no good. Rebounded in the corner by Dreher. Dreher to Fritz, out top to Salzimmer. He's got a shot at three. Instead, gets it to Koblenz, whose shot is off the back of the iron, rebounds his own miss, goes up, and is fouled trying to make the layup. And, boy, you like the freshman, don't you, Eric?
Well, not only is he an offensive threat, but he's really rebounding at both ends and doing so with strength and confidence.
Foul was on C.J. Ross. That'll put Koblenz to the line for 2. Ross's second foul. It looks like we have another first-timer going to check in here for Coventry. Taden Koblenz at the line. First shot up and right there.
Both teams substituting freely. 1 because of the pace of the game, 2 because of the score of the game. But it gives a lot of kids an opportunity.
And we've got 34 in for Coventry. And Eric, I'm going to need you again on see if we have a 34 on that roster. Doesn't look like it. Second shot by Koblenz is good. And we'll check out at halftime if we can, although we're kind of pinched in our booth up here who that number 34 is. Coventry with the ball. They trail by 26. Coteet on the far side has the ball go off his thigh and out of bounds. And that'll give the ball back to Lake. And lots of turnovers here in the first half for Coventry.
Unofficially, I have them at 11, but it could be more.
Yeah, and that one was unforced. Coteet just kind of lost control of the ball. Dreher out top for Lake. Dreher to Fritz. Fritz off the dribble, and looks like Lake may be playing for the last shot here. Driving the lane is Dreher, and he says, I'm going to get a shot. And it's off the front of the iron, taken down by Ram. Ram ahead to Johnson. Johnson to Coteet. Coteet to Ram. Thought about a 3. Instead, kicks it cross-court. Ball batted out of bounds. And just before the horn, the referees are going to say, that's it. It's halftime. And with our score, Lake 38, Coventry 12. We're going to take this time out, and we'll be back with the Edward Jones halftime report.
Tired of boring off-the-rack tees? Want to express your unique style or promote your business? How about create an unforgettable memory? Call us at Screen Print Original, 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. We bring ideas to life. We offer high-quality DTF transfers on a variety of apparel, ensuring vibrant colors and lasting designs, from custom creations to bulk orders, all for you. If you have an idea, give us a call at 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. You can also drop us a line at screenprintoriginal@gmail.com. We look forward to serving you.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, I'll get around to it someday, Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Back here at Coventry High School, and wow, a bit of a track meet here on the lake end of the floor. And the first half, as the Blue Streaks got out quickly and never really let up, they lead 38-12 over the Coventry Comets at halftime. Quickly for the Comets at half, Aaron Carter's got a bucket for 2 points. David Garnich 1 for 2 from the line for his point. C.J. Ross has a 2 and a 3 for 5 points. Christian Coteet with a field goal, 2 for 2 for the line for 12 points. And for Lake, lots of folks in on the action. Zachary Novak, besides running the show, has a bucket for 2 points. Dominic Marikoki has a 3 for 3 points. Gavin Salzimmer had 2 quick buckets in the first quarter for his 4 points. Tayden Koblenz off the bench, the freshman, has 2 threes, a 2, and 2 for 2 from the line for his 10 points. Logan Miller, also a junior off the bench, has 2 field goals and 1 for 2 from the line for 5 points. And the scoring story of the first half is the sophomore Lucas Dreher, who also comes off the bench, hit 4 threes and a 2. He's got 14 first half points. It all adds up to a 38-12 lead. But that doesn't tell the whole story, Eric. I know turnovers were a big problem for Coventry, and I'm curious to see how the boards ended up. I'm guessing fairly even, but the turnovers seem to be the story.
Yeah, the rebounding unofficially, I have them dead even at 11 each. But the big story there is Lake has 6 offensive rebounds to just 1 for Coventry. And, my theory is offensive rebounds are the ones that count the most. You can play great defense, but if you don't get that first rebound, it doesn't matter what you do defensively. And the turnover-wise, Coventry's at 11 unofficially. Really struggled, particularly early in the game, with the physical full-court press of Lake, the run and jump, and Lake does an excellent job of trying to put the ball on the sideline and force their jumps and traps on the sideline, cut that court down to about a third, and that's the old, for those of you that follow basketball, that's the Bob Huggins influence on coaches. Really teaches that, and you see it here with the Lake program.
So, Eric, 2 good veteran coaches going into tonight, but is it a fair statement to say the guy with 28 years with his program versus the guy who's in his first year has only got a handful of games under his belt? And to me, while the talent level probably favors, almost definitely favors Lake, but there's also something to be said for program kids, and the Lake team looks like program kids, and Coach Taylor at Coventry is trying to develop that, and you can't do it in a handful of games.
Well, he's just in the beginning stages of that, and it's going to take a while, but it's definitely evident that the kids from Lake are very familiar with the program and what they're doing, and it's just a year after year kind of thing. But when you take over a program like Coach Taylor's doing here at Coventry, it's going to take a while. And like he said in your pregame interview, for seniors it's really tough because they've had a different situation for a few years, and to have someone else come in and do everything a little bit different, or maybe even dramatically different. And then for the younger kids, it's just a matter of learning it and repetitions over and over, and it takes a while to develop a program for a head coach.
We're going to take this break to hear from 2 of our sponsors, and we'll be back to look at some scores from around the area. And if we have time, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the shifting going on in the local conferences.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. TheStable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Tired of boring off-the-rack tees? Want to express your unique style or promote your business? How about create an unforgettable memory? Call us at Screen Print Original, 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. We bring ideas to life. We offer high-quality DTF transfers on a variety of apparel, ensuring vibrant colors and lasting designs, from custom creations to bulk orders, all for you. If you have an idea, give us a call at 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. You can also drop us a line at screenprintoriginal@gmail.com. We look forward to serving you.
Back here at Coventry High School, about 2 minutes before the start of the second half, Ron Whitmer, Eric Whitmer on Fifth Dimension Radio's High School Basketball Game of the Week. Trying to find some local scores here, and unlike football season where you can find them at will, a little more difficult in basketball, but we'll give you some from around the area as we scroll through here. I did see that Tuslaw downfield earlier today, 57-43. Twinsburg beat Countryside, 53-48. Trying to find some others. Waterloo lost to Memorial, Campbell Memorial, 68-40. Feel free to jump in, Eric, if you see anything of note. Canton McKinley is leading Canton Central Catholic 47-25 in the third quarter. Jackson leading Garfield Heights in the second quarter, 36-25. Got Massillon trailing Austintown Fitch at the half, 29-24. And in the second quarter, Cuyahoga Falls leading Stowe Monroe Falls, 16-13. We saw Stowe with a win just last week on our high school game of the week over Green. Lots of games going on tonight, just not enough folks calling in the scores. See if we can find anything else of local interest. And I'm not seeing anything else at this point. So we're just about to get underway here in the second half. And thank you for joining us. We'll do a little housekeeping here so that I got all of our bills paid. And it's a good time to once again thank our sponsors here on Fifth Dimension Radio. You hear them throughout the night. We couldn't do this if it weren't for their help. So thanks to all our sponsors. And shout out to Tim Bogus, the athletic director here from Coventry. Tim is on the road doing a little traveling and not with us tonight, but he helped get everything ready for us, and we want to thank him. I believe he's listening in tonight, and unfortunately probably not too excited by what's happened so far. Coventry inbounds, ball batted out of bounds immediately on the baseline, giving the ball back to the Comets as we're just underway here in the second half.
One of the things when you're trying to build a program here for Coventry, it's how you deal with adversity and being down and playing through the situation and working on what you've been taught.
Jaden Johnson tied up top, gets it to Aaron Carter on the baseline. His pass batted away. Picked up by Johnson to Coteet on the near side. Coteet to Ram in front of the Coventry bench. Ram gets it to Basinger. He's working on top. Coteet will drive baseline, being hounded by Salzimmer. Cross-court pass is stolen by Lake. Ahead on the dribble is Marikoki. He'll fire from three and knock down his second three of the night. Give him 6 and give Lake a 41-12 lead. In the backcourt, ball knocked out of bounds, and it will remain Coventry basketball. Coach Tom McBride has a comment that brings a smile to the referee's face, and Coach Schwartz had a second comment that brought another smile. At any rate, Coventry in the backcourt. Ahead to Ram along the baseline. He'll kick it out to Carter for 3. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Novak for Lake. Lake ahead, looking to potentially drive us into a running clock here at some point in the third quarter. Novak with the ball on the baseline. Gets it to Marikoki. He'll pull up for a 6-footer, and he nails it. First 2 buckets of the second half are Marikoki's, and it's a 32-point lead for the Blue Streaks in the back court. Jaden Johnson having trouble. Ball batted away, and ahead is Geyer. Looked like he traveled, but got away with it. He'll lay it in, and just like that, we're at 45-12, a 33-point lead for the Comets. We'll take this time out and be right back.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Back at Coventry, and Eric, if you picked it up, please correct me, but on the scoreboard it looks like that timeout was charged to the Blue Streaks.
Looked like Coach Taylor was the one signaling for it. Yeah. I'm not sure who they applied it to.
The board has Coventry with 4 timeouts remaining, and I would have had them with 3 had they taken that off. At any rate, don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. As Coventry comes ahead, they trail by 33 here early in the third quarter. On the far side, Coteet working against Salzimmer. Coteet bounces it to Carter, back to Coteet, cross court to Johnson, to Ram back cross court to Coteet. He pulls up from 15, partially blocked by Salzimmer. Coming ahead is Marikoki to Geyer. Geyer fakes the layup, throws it, loose ball. What do we have? Bodies all over the place. We've got a foul called on the far side. Looks like it's going to go against number 3 for Lake, which is Marikoki with his 3rd personal and the first team foul here in the second half. Give the ball back to the Comets on the far end. Coteet gets it into Jaden Johnson.
Lake has backed off of its full court pressure here with a big lead.
Johnson, the sophomore, to the top of the key. He pulls up, dribble, gets it to Ram, top of the key to Coteet. Cross court, ball stolen away by Marikoki. He's driving, layup, no good. Follow shot, nice by Salzimmer. Salzimmer has 6, and it's a 35-point lead, so we should be in a running clock situation at this point, unless Coventry can score here. Jaden Johnson, top of the key, bounces in the corner to Carter. Carter kicks it back out top to Coteet. Christian Coteet to the foul line, pulls up, gets it to Ram before he can. We've got a hacking foul against Luke Fredmonski, his 3rd foul, and the 2nd team foul for the Blue Streaks. Checking in for Coventry are Ross and Garanich. Johnson and Coteet will take a seat. Inbounds. Pass out top to Garnich in the corner. C.J. Ross back to Garnich. He'll set the offense. Garnich to Ross. Foul line extended to the near side. He'll drive. Spin dribble nice into the lane and layup. Really nice move that time by C.J. Ross. Give him 7 on the night. 47-14 layup again by, this time by Fredmonski. His first 2 on the night. And it's a 49-14 lead. Ball stolen away by Geyer for Lake. His dribble, full court layup, good, and a foul. Foul's going to go against David Garnich. His team's first of the half. Give Geyer the bucket. and he'll go to the line. It's a 51-14 lead, and with that, we're going to have wholesale changes for Lake. 5 for 5 after Geyer hits this shot if he does. Waiting to check in for him is Dreher. Also in for Lake are Miller, Koblentz.
That might be the last we see of that first group for Lake tonight.
Geyer's free throw is good, so Dreher checks in. We also have Cohen Koblentz, so both Koblentzes, Taden and Cohen, are on the floor. And the fifth member is Mason Fritz. So there's your 5. Steal by Miller for Lake. He gets it off to Cohen Koblentz. Running layup, good. Both Koblentz are freshmen. That's the first 2 points for Cohen Koblentz. Pass knocked out of bounds off the hands of Cohen Koblentz. Gives the ball back to Coventry.
Lake doing an excellent job, even in the half court here, forcing that thing sideline and creating problems for the Comets.
Inbounds to Woolridge to Ross. Spin shot from the baseline, no good. Rebound picked up by Miller. Miller to Cohen Koblentz. He'll get it on the near side to his cousin. Back to Cohen Koblentz. Cross court to Dreher. Dreher to Taden Koblentz. To Miller. To Koblentz. He'll launch from 3. No good. Rebound by C.J. Ross. That was Cohen Koblentz 3. No good. It's 54-14, a 40-point lead for the Blue Streaks. And we have number 14 in for Coventry, the unidentified number 14. Got a foul on Lakes.
Foul. Lake.
Looks like it's going against Cohen Koblentz. His first and team's third. Coventry's C.J. Ross will trigger the inbounds. He gets it to Woolridge. Spin dribble. Layup blocked by Miller. Ball batted out of bounds. Give the ball back to the Blue Streaks. We're thinking, oh, okay, there we go. It is on there. My apologies to Alex Barker, who's in for Coventry. Cohen Koblentz working way out top. Has the ball batted out of his hands. He gathers it in near the timeline. Gets it to Taden Koblentz. Another deep 3 right there.
3 points. Number 0, Taden Koblentz.
Taden Koblentz now with 13, and it's a 57-14 lead. Just under a minute remaining here in the third quarter.
The depth of the Blue Streaks is on display right now. When they go to their bench, they still have a lot of scoring and a lot of defense there.
Yeah, a lot of guys can shoot the ball. C.J. Ross, who's been the main offensive threat for Coventry, loses the ball to Taden Koblentz in the backcourt and then fouls. So that's foul number 2 on C.J. Ross. His second and the team's second. Lake will inbound in the backcourt. Taden Koblentz to Cohen Koblentz. He'll bring it ahead on the right-hand dribble. Hands off to Dreher. Cross court to Koblentz. Koblentz back out top to Dreher. Dreher, just about everything's in his range. He'll hand off to Taden Koblentz. Corner to Miller. He'll fire from 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound by Koblentz. And just before he can get a shot off, the buzzer goes off, bringing us to the end of the third quarter with our score, Lake 57, Coventry 14. We'll be right back.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Hi, this is Ronnie Kemmer, owner of Cambria's Bistro. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Cambria's Bistro is a family-owned establishment that brings together the best of 2 worlds. the rich traditions of Italian cuisine, and the contemporary favorites of a pub and grill. Reservations are not required but recommended by calling 330-331-5282 or 330-331-5357. We offer a casual dining atmosphere that is great for a family dinner, date night, or a special celebration. We feature a wonderful wine list with selections from Sicily to Napa Valley. We also have a great bar menu with specialty cocktails, many beers, on-tap beers, ciders, and seltzers. Cambria's Bistro also features San Pellegrino sparkling water. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Come see us soon.
Back here at Coventry, Koblenz on the dribble. His shot blocked nicely that time by Coventry, who comes ahead on the dribble. Carter to C.J. Ross. Ross to Johnson to Ram. Baseline running layup and good. Brandon Ram's first two of the night, and it's a 57-16 Lake lead. Dreher at the top of the key, hands off to Koblenz. He'll drive, switches hands midair, his layup no good. Rebound pulled down and put back up and in by the junior Brody Durland. His first two, as he's off the bench for the first time tonight. It's 59-16. Johnson, dish inside to Basinger, knocked away, and yet another turnover. Ahead is Koblenz to Fritz. Fritz drives the lane. His running one-hander, no good. Rebound pulled down by C.J. Ross for Coventry. To Johnson in the backcourt, being guarded by Dreher. Johnson behind the back to the top of the key to the foul line, to the corner to Ross. Spin dribble, goes loose. Ross picks it up, gets it to Johnson. Cross court to Carter to Ram. His fadeaway 10-footer, no good. Rebound by Basinger. He goes up strong and is fouled. The foul's going to go against Brody Dearland. His first.
Coventry still battling. I like to look at the eyes of the players sometimes when they're down by quite a bit, whether or not they're still invested, and they are. And that's a tribute to Coach Taylor. I think he understands where this game is at. He's not yelling at his players. He's just trying to encourage them. And this is how you build a program. It takes a while.
Basinger's first shot was good, and it's good time. This is a quote from Tom McBride, Eric, that I know is right up your alley, and we'll get to it after. Shot is missed and taken down by Lake. I'll get it at the next break, but please remind me to do so. Running layup is a nice one from Dreher. Dreher was 16 on the night, and there'll be a fresh 5 coming in for Coventry. After this, Johnson goes to the hole, no good. Rebound Dreher. Dreher ahead, looking for Koblenz. His layup at the far end as the backboard is bashed. And not sure if we've got a call for that, but we do have a bucket for Taden Koblenz.
We just need we have a referee that needs to tie his shoe there.
A blowout, yeah. So here's the quote, Eric, quickly. This is from Tom McBride in 2020 after winning his 300th game. It's not about wins and losses. It's about wins and learns. And I think you subscribe to that, do you not?
Absolutely, and this is the time to learn. It's you can get caught up in the scoreboard and the wins and losses, but it's about, are you improving, and what do you do when you're facing adversity? Do you play harder?
I'm also going to need 22, who is Matthew Wood, whose shot was knocked out of bounds for Coventry, so Wood will inbound with 5 minutes to go and a running clock. Wood tosses it in and out as it goes over the head of Mason DeMeff, giving the ball back to Lake.
Coventry deep into their bench here. 9 turnovers this half, 20 for the game for Coventry, unofficially.
Up top, Fritz in the corner to Koblenz. Koblenz back to Fritz, top of the key. He'll hoist and miss. Rebound batted around, brought away by Koblenz in the corner. He'll get it to Brody Durland, who's passed inside for Rocco Oberhauser, who's in the game for Lake. Oberhauser's layup was no good, but ball batted out of bounds, and it'll give the ball back to Lake. Fritz will inbound for the Blue Streaks. Gets it to Cohen Koblenz in the corner. He gets it up top, back to Koblenz. Koblenz to Fritz. Fritz to the freshman Koblenz. Cross-court pass. Another new Blue Streak. We'll have to pick that up. Koblenz will launch from 3. No good. A rebound that time by Alex Barker for Coventry. Wood will bring it ahead on the dribble for the Comets. Wood spin dribble to the timeline. Kicks it over to Garnich. His three-pointer no good. Rebound picked up, put up, and missed by Mason DeMeff. And we're going to get a foul called. The foul is on David Garnich. It's Garnich's second foul and the team's first here in the fourth quarter. 3:06 remaining. Koblenz to Fritz. Cross court now to Brody Derland. Derland on the far side. Foul line extended. Will bring it to the top of the key to Fritz. He'll launch from 3, and he nails it. Mason Fritz with his first 3. And I don't know if you got the headphones on down there, Bob. We are not going to give Mason Fritz player of the game just because his last name is Fritz and he hit a 3. Although it was a beautiful 3. Pass ahead to Derland. Derland for Lake with his second bucket. He's got 4, and they've got a 68-17 lead. Ahead is Wood for Coventry. Gets it inside to Woolridge. His shot is up, no good, but a foul on the play. This foul's going to go against number 25, Rocco Oberhauser. His first, team's second. And Woolridge was in the act of shooting. He'll go to the line. Woolridge is 0 for 2 from the line tonight. First shot up, around the rim and off.
Both teams still playing hard. We're deep into the benches here, but these kids want to take advantage of this opportunity and show their coach that they have something to offer.
Yep, got to take advantage of the PT when you get it. Second shot also no good. Ball batted around, rebound picked off by Brody Derland. Ahead to Koblenz, back to Derland. Derland, the ball on the baseline, gets it to Fritz. He'll launch from the same spot with a different result. That one was just short. Rebound pulled down by Alex
Barker.
Alex Barker. Barker for Coventry. DeMeff, foul line to Wood. Wood with a right-hand dribble, top of the key. We're coming up on the 1-minute mark to Woolridge. Woolridge on the wing, spins, looks to drive, gets that hand out in front, cleared some space but lost the ball, didn't take it with him. We've got a tie-up for the loose ball in the corner, and the possession will remain with Coventry. 44 seconds and rolling for the Comets. Matthew Wood will inbound. Looks at Barker, can't get it to him, gets it to DeMeff. DeMeff spins. DeMeff to Wood, fakes a three-pointer, dribbles baseline, tries to get it inside to Woolridge. Ball stolen away by Derland. Long pass to Oberhauser, whose shot is no good. Rebound pulled down. We have 20 seconds to go. DeMeff coming ahead on the dribble. Lob pass to Wood and saved out of bounds. It'll give it back to Lake. DeMeff, if you were with us during football season, was the quarterback who got some action towards the end of the season as the Comets quarterback. Inbound for Lake comes to Koblenz, and we've run out of time, folks. Our final from Coventry High School, Lake 68, Coventry 17. We'll take these timeouts and we'll come back to put a little paint on this thing.
Summit County. Ready to score big in your career? Check out AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. It's mobile friendly, easy to use, and full of opportunities to connect with local employers. Whether you're looking to get hired or hire talent, JOG makes it simple. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit AkronWorks.com today and take your career to the end zone.
Hi, Hi, this is Christian Oswald, chef at Cambria's Bistro on Main Street in Wadsworth. Come in and join us for dinner Tuesday through Thursday, 4 to 9, and 12 to 9 Friday and Saturday. Join us and let us make you authentic Italian dishes from scratch and for our weekly specials. They're always changing, so come get them while they last. If you want a sneak peek at our menu, check out our Facebook page or website at www.cambriasbistro.com. www.cambriasbistro.com.
Back here at Coventry High School, our final. Lake Blue Streak 68, Coventry 17. It's that time of night where one of the fun times for us is naming a player of the game, and we want to thank Cambria's Bistro for offering our player of the game a nice gift card to go eat at Cambria's Bistro in Wadsworth. I'm promised a meal there coming up here in January, so I'm really looking forward to it. I hear it's fabulous, so looking forward to that. And besides that, I want to also thank our friend Gary McConnell over at Screen Print Originals, because our player of the game will also get a nice T-shirt that makes everybody in the school know that they earned that award. So, Eric, you want to tell the folks who we agreed on as our player of the game tonight?
Well, Lake had a lot of great contributors tonight, but Tayden Koblenz came off the bench and was just creating havoc at the three-point line, got in the lane. But the other contribution he was making in the first half was rebounding the ball at both ends. He obviously has a huge upside moving forward in his high school career, and big night tonight. And like I said, Lake had a lot of guys that had very good games tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a tough call, but not a tough call. You don't often see it in the high school level, at least, going to somebody off the bench. But I had already seen Lake play a portion of a game earlier in the season. I think I told you, Eric, before we got started tonight, that this young freshman from Lake was quite a player, and he sure proved that tonight. So our player of the game, the Cambria's Bistro player of the game, is Tayden Koblenz, the freshman from Lake. So congratulations to Tayden. We're going to hear from the stable, and we'll be back to take a look at some of the stats on the night and maybe a quick look at scores, and we'll put a wrap on this for the year 2025.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. Thestable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. Thestable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. Thestable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Back here at Lake High School, Ron Whitmer, Eric Whitmer, Fifth Dimension Radio. Thanks for joining us tonight on New Year's Eve. So it's a Tuesday night, so I hope everybody's home resting up for the long holiday week here. I'm not quite the New Year's Eve person that I actually never was. That's one night I was smart enough usually to stay home. But for those going out tomorrow night to take advantage of the offerings from the local restaurants and other entertainment establishments, please be safe out there. Quickly here, statistic-wise on offense, Aaron Carter had a bucket for 2 points for Coventry. Brandon Ram, the same, a bucket for 2. David Garnich, 1 for 2 from the line for his point. Cody Basinger, 1 for 4 from the line for his 1 point. C.J. Ross had a 3 along with 2 other buckets, 0 for 2 from the line for 7 points. Christian Coteet, 2 for 2 from the line, along with a field goal for 4. And Mackay Woolridge was 0 for 4 at the line. That brings a total of 17 for Coventry. And for Lake, here. I had to do some quick math, so if it doesn't match up, I apologize. But Zach Novak, and this is hard to imagine, Eric, but he got his one bucket in the first quarter, didn't score again, but he certainly ran the show when it mattered for the Blue Streaks. Give him a bucket, 0 for 2 from the line for 2. Dominic Marikoki had 2 threes and a 2 for his 8 points. Luke Fredmonsky had a bucket for 2. Nicholas Geyer had 2 field goals, 1 for 1 from the line for 5 points. Gavin Salzimmer had 3 field goals for 6 points. Tayden Koblenz had 3 threes, a field goal, and 2 for 2 for the line for his 15 points. Logan Miller had 2 field goals, 1 for 2 from the line for his 5 points. Lucas Dreher, the 3-ball tonight was flying for Dreher. He hit 4 threes along with a field goal for 16 points, or 2 field goals, 16 points. Mason Fritz in the fourth quarter hit a 3 for his 3. Brody Derland in the fourth quarter hit 2 field goals for 4. And Cohen Koblenz hit a field goal for his 2, bringing a total of 68 for the Blue Streaks. So lots of contributors offensively and defensively for the Blue Streaks. Eric, how did the rebounding and turnovers turn out for us tonight?
Well, ultimately, it's a strange rebounding game. Sometimes you would think the team that won by a lot would dominate the rebounding, but they turned out pretty even, about, I think, 22-21 in Lake's favor, but certainly they got a lot of offensive rebounds. But the story of the game was 22 turnovers for Coventry to just 5 for the Blue Streaks, and Lake's pressure creating a lot of that. And I think, just my quick thought on that is sometimes when you show kids film of another team's press, especially a man-to-man press, maybe they're not all that impressed, but when you deal with it in a physical way, when they're up and they got their hand on your hip and they're coming at you and really trying to cut the court into a third, they're forcing everything to the sideline and making it difficult, and Lake was just all over the comments tonight with their pressure.
Okay, we've got a couple of more bills to pay. We'll be back and we'll put a wrap on this.
Hey, students and job seekers, your next big career play starts here. AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. Find local jobs, connect with employers, and get hired fast. It's easy, mobile-friendly, and full of opportunity. Step up, get in the game, and visit AkronWorks.com today, because your career deserves a winning drive.
Tired of boring off-the-rack tees? Want to express your unique style or promote your business? How about create an unforgettable memory? Call us at Screen Print Original, 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. We bring ideas to life. We offer high-quality DTF transfers on a variety of apparel, ensuring vibrant colors and lasting designs, from custom creations to bulk orders, all for you. If you have an idea, give us a call at 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. You can also drop us a line at screenprintoriginal@gmail.com. We look forward to serving you.
Back here one final time from Coventry High School, where the Blue Streaks dropped one on the Coventry Comets by a score of 68-17 tonight. Ron Whitmer, Eric Whitmer for Fifth Dimension Radio. Eric, you just pointed out, we're going to go through a few of the scores that weren't finals at halftime. A score from the Falls tonight involving Stowe.
Cuyahoga Falls is currently up 34-31. It's their final game in that gymnasium there at Cuyahoga Falls, and I heard there was going to be a sellout crowd, so Stowe has to battle to try to pull that one out.
Yeah, so many of us, of our generation at least, have so many wonderful stories, either as participants, coaches, or even fans in that gym. So while it's great, and I've seen the new gym, been in the new gym, to have new, boy, sometimes the memories that go with the old, and that is one of the traditionally great venues here in Northeast Ohio. A lot of tournament games played there. Bobby Knight coached there. All kinds of history.
It just made me think. I think it was the last high school game I ever played was an all-star game in that gym.
Well, there you go.
Not that matters.
And Bobby Knight was your coach. No, I made that up. Okay. I see the Swartz clan down here. So one more, if they happen to listen to the replay of this, one more apology to Russ Swartz for calling him Russ Jones, who I'm sure he knows and won't be too offended by, but it's good to see them tonight. Looking at the scoreboard, Canton McKinley over Canton Central Catholic, 83-48. No update from that Jackson game. They're still listed as leading by 10 over Garfield Heights in the third quarter. Massillon in the fourth quarter trails Austintown Fitch 52-44. Ellett is leading Wadsworth 56-52 in the fourth quarter. And, of course, we had the Big Lake win here tonight. I'm trying to see if we got anything else local of interest. Ravenna leading Crestwood in the fourth quarter. The Ravens up 58-51. And as Eric mentioned, the Falls leading the Stowe-Munroe Falls Bulldogs by a point in the third quarter. And that's about it for those of the Akron-Canton local interest. So the end of an eventful year, and I want to take this opportunity to thank once again the gentleman to my left. And I don't know if the camera's still rolling, but if it is, behind that camera, look real close and you can see right through it, is our leader, Bob Fritz. You got pretty excited tonight when you saw Fritz on the floor and hit the big three, right? So we were tempted to make him player of the game. Yeah, I know that. I knew what you were thinking in advance. I want to thank Bob and Bob Felmley, who I believe you can see in the shot here, for everything they did. They brought me back into this about January, I think, last year when we got started with a few basketball games, and then just a really fun high school football season, followed up by this basketball season. I'm having a ball. Eric, you want to lean in? I think camera's over here.
I just wanted to compliment both of them. This is all new to me, but this operation here is just excellent, and the local community benefits from that. The schools, I know the coaches are appreciative and the schools are appreciative of the support. And then just a big shout out for getting last week's game up on before Christmas. That was highly impressive how quickly that was available on YouTube. And like I said, it's a learning experience for me, but I appreciate both of you. You do a great job.
And one more chance to thank our host tonight, Tim Bogus, who's traveling for the holidays. Tim was listening in, so thanks so much, Tim. Coach Larry Taylor, they couldn't have been more gracious in taking care of us. And once again, we squeezed into some limited space. Not their fault. But here's the good news, fellas. Next week's game, Talmadge, full press box. You'll be able to breathe, move around, and pretend like that happens every week. So we're looking forward to that. Eric talked about the last game for Cuyahoga Falls in their old gym. It will be Falls at Talmadge next week, so we look forward to that. Both teams playing pretty well at this point, so it should be a good one. Again, our final tonight was the Lake Blue Streaks 68, the Coventry Comets 17. We want to wish you all a happy new year. Be safe out there, and we'll talk to you next week.
You've been listening to Fifth Dimension Radio's Sports Special, where we bring you live high school sports. And we'll be announcing more exciting games coming up in the near future, so keep it on Fifth Dimension Radio. This is your announcer, Bob. Good night.